Did you know that every minute on YouTube, over 400 hours of content is being uploaded? And that in India alone, you have more than 1 crore active content creators on YouTube. And as India makes its transition from 4G to 5G, watching videos is going to be the new normal. And that is why in a world full of content, how is it that your content is going to be distinguished from others depends upon the quality of your content. And that is why in this video, I'm going to share how to create a quality content. So let's get started. तो नमस्ते दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है अभय वलसंकर, मैं हूँ कॉन्फिडेंस कोच और मैं वेलकम करता हूँ आपका स्किलफुल सैटरडेज में, जहाँ पे हर सैटरडे में लेके आता हूँ एक ऐसा वीडियो जिससे कि आप एक नया स्किल सीख सके, जिससे कि आपकी जिंदगी बेहतर बन सके। और इसी के साथ अगर आप इस चैनल पे नए हो तो जरूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल आइकन को भी दबाइए ताकि जब मैं नया वीडियो डालूं तो सबसे पहले आप देख सके। तो आइए शुरू करते हैं। तो हमने काफी बार ये सुना होगा कि कंटेंट इज द किंग, मगर एक जमाना था जहां पे आप क्या बोलते हो वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था। फिर आया वो जमाना जिसमें आप जैसे बोलते हो वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया। The context, the delivery became much more important than the content itself. And this was a time wherein all the content which was not great was still super duper liked and became an instant hit. Why? Because of the way it was delivered. But now as India goes into the phase of 5G, it is very, very important for us to realize that what will differentiate you from others is the quality of your content. और इस सिस्टम की आज हम बात करने वाले हैं जिसका नाम है the ADDIE Model. तो ये ADDIE Model है क्या? It's a model which was first designed by the Educational Institute at the Florida University in US in the year 1975. And it was created with an intention to add value to the students in the form of quality content. तो आज हम वही सीखेंगे कि कैसे हम भी ऐसा कंटेंट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं which will have quality with it. So the ADDIE model consists of 5 different stages, as you can see ADDIE, wherein the first stage A is nothing but analysis. Now what do you mean by analysis? अगर मैं आपसे कहूं कि आपको BMW गाड़ी के बारे में बात करनी है तो आप कैसे शुरू करोगे? तो you might usually start by saying, oh BMW is this brand, ये ऐसी गाड़ी है, इसका ये फीचर है, ये है, वो है, etc. etc. But the problem with this is you did not start by understanding that who is the audience that you are going to speak to, and that is very, very important. So analysis is nothing but identifying the gap. What is identifying the gap? कि मैं किसके सामने बात कर रहा हूँ और उसे कौन सा इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए होगा जो अगर मैं उसे दूंगा तो ये कंटेंट जरूर सक्सेसफुल होगा। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ 10-year-old about a BMW car, you're going to describe him in a different way. But if you're talking to the CEO of BMW about his car, then obviously you're going to talk in a different way. जो चाहिए वो गैप डिफाइन करो, वो समझो कि इस टारगेट ऑडियंस को क्या चाहिए होगा, और अगर आप वही चीज देते हो तो इट्स 100% फिट। तो मेरे पास कुछ कंटेंट है और वो मुझे जबरदस्ती देना है, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क. So I need to understand and identify the gap, only then can I go ahead. So this was the first one, which is nothing but analysis. Now let's look at the second stage in the ADDIE model, and it's called as the design stage. So what do I mean when I say the design stage? Design is nothing but your objective. That why have you designed this for? आप ये क्यों कर रहे हो, आपका पर्पस क्या है, इसके एंड में लर्निंग आउटकम क्या होगा और आपके कंटेंट के वजह से सामने वाले को क्या मिलेगा. So that all comes in the design part कि how am I designing it, what is the end objective और मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ. So say for example this video, why am I designing it? I'm designing it to help the content creators build quality content. This is why I am doing it. So that comes under the design कि मैं कैसे इसे डिजाइन कर रहा हूँ जिससे कि उन्हें क्वालिटी कंटेंट कैसे बनाते हैं ये पता चले. So that defines your second stage, which is nothing but your design stage. Then comes the third stage, and the third stage is what we call as the develop stage. So in the stage of development, you practically go on and figure out कि मैं कैसे जो सोच रहा हूँ उसे practically मैं implement कर सकता हूँ मेरे content में. So that's called as a development stage, जहाँ पे आप trial error कर सकते हो, जहाँ पे आप कोई variety ला सकते हो, जहाँ पे आप mode of delivery, जैसे for example, I'm choosing to deliver in front of you in the form of a video. If I want, I can put a picture in between, I can put some text in between. So all these things are the how part about how do we go about doing it, and that is something that you do in the development stage कि ये कैसे achieve करें. And then comes the fourth stage, which is nothing but the implementation stage. So in this stage, it is very important for you to now take action and implement on what you have planned. जैसे for example, if I have planned for a video, और अगर मैं उसे upload ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो then the implementation never takes place. So how do I create quality content if I'm not sharing it with the world? और इसीलिए ये स्टेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि ज्यादातर लोग यहाँ पे आके अटकते हैं. Because everybody has got a great story to tell, they want to tell, but they don't know how to tell, and by the time the chance comes of saying it, they then take a step back saying, "No, I don't think it's the perfect story right now." मे बी कुछ और इसमें मिसिंग है, और फिर पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है वो परफेक्ट स्टोरी लाने में जो कभी आती ही नहीं है. And that's why you need to realize very, very important that implementation works best in a trial and error mode. जैसे कि आज अभी आप कुछ करो, उसके बाद कोई गलती होगी तो अगले में सुधार देना, उसके बाद अगले में सुधार देना. So don't wait for your perfect content because there's nothing like perfect content. It gets better. And the best part being कि जितना आप मिस्टेक करोगे उतना आपका ऑडियंस आपके साथ रिलेट कर पाएगा, क्योंकि ऑडियंस क्या करता है, ऑडियंस भी तो गलतियां करता है. And if they see someone who's doing a mistake in front of them, they feel अभी ये भी इंसान है मेरी तरह ही है, तो ये भी गलती कर रहा है, इसका मतलब they can relate to us. और इसीलिए आपको कोशिश करनी है कि when you implement, don't fall into the trap of being perfect. Just go ahead and eventually you will get better with time, because perfection is a myth and progress is the key. And then comes the fifth stage and the final stage, which is nothing but evaluation. Now it is said that feedback is the breakfast of champions. और इसीलिए कुछ भी हो जाए आपको इवैल्यूएट करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है कि आपका कंटेंट कैसे रिसीव हुआ है. So if you're delivering a talk, you need to understand from the audience that how was your talk at the end. And if you're delivering a video, you need to check out the analytics to understand क्या चल रहा है, क्या नहीं चल रहा है, because that is what is going to help you in your next video, in your next content, or in your next talk. So that is where evaluation is very, very important. Now, some of us are very lazy when it comes to the part of evaluation. It's like exam खत्म हो गया, अब कौन वापस question paper देखेगा कि कैसे गया था. But the point being this, if you don't realize where you are falling back, you cannot then move ahead in that direction. So that was the fifth stage which we saw in the ADDIE model, which is nothing but evaluation, wherein now you realize कि कहाँ पे गड़बड़ हुई है, and then you improve it for the next one. तो आज हमने सीखे 5 different stages in a model called as ADDIE model, which will help you in content creation and would answer to your question that how to create a quality content. So it all starts in the ADDIE model with the first stage, which is nothing but A, which is nothing but analysis. So identify the gap. पहले आप क्या बोलना चाहते हो, उसके पहले ऑडियंस कौन है, उसे क्या चाहिए, ये एनालिसिस करना बहुत जरूरी है. Then comes the second stage, which is nothing but the design stage. Design stage, you design your perspective, your objective कि मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ. You establish the why and you design everything around with respect to that objective, the why. Then comes the third stage, which is nothing but develop. The development stage is the how. That how are you going to go about it? Is it an audio? Is it a video? Is it text? Is it examples, etc., etc.? So that comes under your development part. And then comes the fourth stage, which is nothing but I, which is implementation. So always remember this, बहुत सारे चीजें सोचते हैं मगर कुछ करते नहीं, so it's useless. And that is why implementation comes into the picture, wherein you don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. Just go ahead and do it, and eventually you will get better version by version. And then comes the fifth step, which is again very important, the step of evaluation. Why? Because feedback is the breakfast of champions. तो अगली बार जब आप कोई कंटेंट बना रहे हो तो जरूर ADDIE मॉडल को यूज कीजिए और मुझे जरूर बताइए क्या आपको उससे फायदा हुआ. और अगर आपके पास कोई ऐसा टॉपिक है जिसके ऊपर आप चाहते हो कि मैं वीडियो बनाऊं, तो वो भी नीचे कमेंट्स में जरूर बताइए. और इसी के साथ इस वीडियो को भी लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए और शेयर कीजिए, और चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बेल आइकन को दबाइए और वीडियोस देखते रहिए इसी चैनल पे आपके डेली डोज ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन के लिए. थैंक यू.